Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke. And today we have Reverend Stone presenting on this beautiful Saturday, the 27th of December 2025, or the 8th of November on the 13th year of Chongelguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Champumnimge Kambai. Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가존만세 8. 천일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참사랑을 준심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신내일제 이상을 이루어 지산천국과 천산천국의 해방권과 속방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chongelguk, pledges having entered the era of Chongelguk to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. And I'd like to share again Mother's prayer at the dedication of the growth stage Chombokgun. We are sincerely grateful that you have permitted us to dedicate this holy temple in Yongsan-boro, Seoul, where we may attend you in a precious and exalted manner for the first time. We thank you that you have made this dedication ceremony so that this holy temple can shine brightly throughout the world as a place where our Chongsong and the hearts of all members can be gathered to form a foundation on which the entire country and the entire world, all humanity, will be able to recognize that the true owner is working his will substantially. May all who come and go here feel the boundless yearning and love of our Heavenly Parent in heaven every time they look upon this temple of unificationism. May your special blessing be upon all children who work here. May all the world see that you live and that you are carrying out your work directly. Thank you. Thank you that you have given us this day. Heaven has endured so much as it walked a difficult path, being badgered and driven, working in the dark without recognition. Now a holy temple has opened where we can boldly reveal you and attend you. Please give your blessing so that your blessing and grace may be revealed to the world. Thank you for all that has taken place today in this ceremony. We now offer this luncheon on this day of Jongsong and ask that you partake of it first. We thank you and report to you in the name of the true parents, Arju. Thank you. And before we welcome Reverend Stone, we'll just watch and listen to one of the praise songs.
We are the children of True Mother. No matter where, no matter when, with an unchanging heart for True Mother, we will advance with one heart and one will.
세상 변해도 제 시에 한 마음 한 뜻이 되어
True Mother is alive. We will become one in heart and in will, and we will fulfill True Mother's dream.
차렷 경례 바로
Thank you. And now let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Stone as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'd just like to share the screen. I've asked Reverend John for something. Did you see that chat message, Reverend John?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit later.
Yeah.
I hope that'll be okay. I'll flag it when I ask you to
Okay.
present it. Thank you so much. Okay, let me just share. Okay, so I'll just. All right, hopefully you can see that. To paint with all the colors of the wind. Is that visible to everyone?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, good morning once again, everyone. You'll probably recognize that as the title of a famous song from the movie Pocahontas. And I think it's a kind of a theme or inspiration for this presentation. A little time ago, I had a dream, and I woke up. It was actually a beautiful dream, and I had a feeling deep in my spirit after the dream, how Heavenly Parent would be, how the heavenly kingdom would be like with regard to our relationship with all things in nature. So if like the kingdom had come and the fall hadn't taken place, what sort of relationship would we have with all things of creation? And as you know, that they're created as a symbol. We're created in the image of God. They're created as a symbol of God and us. So something very beautiful would take place. So that was like, I got a little bit of an insight into that when I was in my dream. So it was rather interesting. So, okay, so when we look at divine principle, in the section on eschatology, section 4.3, says the signs of the restoration of the third blessing. Once Adam and Eve had attained perfection, they were to fulfill God's third blessing by gaining dominion over the natural world. Dominion over the natural world has two aspects, internal and external. Internal dominion denotes dominion of heart. A person who reaches perfection and comes fully to resonate with God in heart will experience God's heart in his own reality. Hence, he will be able to love the creation with the same love as that which emanates from God's heart and appreciate its beauty with the same delight as God. It also explains that external dominion denotes the proper mastery of the creation through science and technology. So this kind of in yellow there highlighted what I thought I was starting to get touch on, this kind of heart that emanates from God's heart and appreciates the beauty and with the same delight as God. So when we look at True Mother, she loves creation, and it's very evident from the way she talks about it and focuses on it a lot, particularly her great concern for pollution and different things that are happening to our world at the moment. So her focus on nature, even as the threat of imprisonment was hanging over her, just as a few months ago, True Mother sent her beloved grandchildren out to the world. And, everybody was so worried about Mother. Actually, the grandchildren were so worried they didn't want to leave Korea. They were just concerned what was happening and what was probably going to happen. So she asked a Shinchul missionary to share the message of protecting the environment and fulfilling our responsibility as stewards of creation. This is in the midst of this dangerous situation that she was facing. So Shinchul missionary admitted he was surprised that Mother would be concerned with this, given all the other pressing matters we were dealing with, right? At the time, we're still dealing with. But that was one of the instructions she gave Shinchul Nim and Shinhung Nim to protect the environment, fulfill our responsibility as stewards of creation. Gives an idea of the kind of priority that Mother gives to it. And then, of course, the monarch butterfly song, which we hear so often. And so, as it says, just see if I can read that. So I've got something covering it at the moment. Yeah, here we go. So the monarch butterflies undertake an impressive annual migration from their breeding grounds in the northern United States and southern Canada to the Oyamel fir forests of central Mexico, a journey of up to 3,000 miles, where they overwinter from November to March. All right, so there you go. There's so many. I think many of you might have seen those amazing videos of them all on the trees like that. It's just incredible. So that's their basically their migration path, and that's what inspired the song. And Shinchul Nim wrote that song about the monarch butterfly. So True Mother really loves nature, and she often speaks about it. So just put that down there. I planted yellow daffodils. This is True Mother, right? This is from Mother's memoir, Mother of Peace. I planted yellow daffodils at Belvedere and our nearby East Garden residence and conference centre. Why daffodils? Daffodils are the harbingers of spring. As the first flowers to pierce through the frozen ground after withstanding the cold of winter, they herald the coming of warmth and new life. I am always amazed at this providence displayed by Mother Nature and by the strength of the sprouts that appear where snow still remains. Roses and lilies that bloom in spring or midsummer are beautiful, but I most appreciate the little daffodil, whose humble, unassuming bloom breaks the spell of the cold winter. Called to be the only begotten daughter and true mother, my path is to break through the icy grip of human sin and help bring God's blessing to the world. I often identify with this lovely flower. So, yeah, isn't it just such a beautiful, explanation from True Mother about her favorite flower, the daffodil, and why she loves it so much. Okay, so True Mother often wears clothes with bright colors and with flowers, and she speaks publicly with flowers all around her, right? So she loves flowers, and so many times I notice the dresses she wears has flowers on them, and they're often so bright, and so she loves flowers, but also she has a deep love for nature and a very refined sense of color and beauty. So when you see the way she dresses, and she's really has a very beautiful sense of coordinating color and presenting beauty. As a peace-loving global citizen says, spending time in the forest cleanses the mind. This is from True Father, right? The sound of leaves rustling in the wind, the sound of the wind blowing through the reeds, the sound of frogs croaking in the ponds, all you can hear are the sounds of nature. No extraneous thoughts enter the mind. If you empty your mind and receive nature into your entire being, there is no separation between you and nature. Nature comes into you and you become completely one with nature. In the moment that the boundary between you and nature disappears, you feel a profound sense of joy. Then nature becomes you and you become nature. So yeah, isn't this really what the earlier reading from the Divine Principle is about? You know, perfected individuality. We establish that kind of relationship with nature, which is so full of joy and and a different sense, that we become one with nature. And somehow this reflects more deeply the plan that God had for creation, as He loves us so much as His children, and He wants us to just experience this amazing joy with nature. Yeah. And it goes on, I have always treasured, this is true, Father, I've always treasured such experiences in my life. Even now, I close my eyes and enter a state which I am one with nature. Some refer to this as anatoman, or not self. But to me, it is more than that, because nature enters and settles into the place that has been made empty. While in that state, I listen to the sounds that nature hands to me, the sound of the pine trees, the sounds of bugs, and we become friends. I could go to a village and know, without meeting anyone, the disposition of the minds of the people living there. I would go into the meadow of the village and spend the night there, then listen to what the crops in the fields would tell me. I could see whether the crops were sad or happy, and that would tell me the kind of people who live there. So True Father was just really, so much into nature, so much connected with what nature was telling him. And he had a special relationship with the creation. Father goes on, the reason I could be in jail in South Korea and the United States and even North Korea and not feel lonely and isolated is that even in jail, I could hear the sound of the wind blowing and talk to the bugs that were there with me. You may ask, what do you talk about with bugs? Even the smallest grain of sand contains the principles of the world, and even a speck of dust floating in the air contains the harmony of the universe. Everything around us was given birth through a combination of forces so complex we cannot even imagine. These forces are closely related to each other. Nothing in the universe was conceived outside the heart of God. The movement of just one leaf holds within it the breathing of the universe. So what an incredibly profound insight that is, And so Father, the key, I think, is Father could understand why God created things and with what heart God created everything. Everything in the universe was conceived. Nothing in the universe was conceived outside the heart of God. So because Father was one with the heart of God, he could understand that this is a gift from the parent to the beloved child, and the beloved children. And that this love was what Father was able to perceive, even in prison, even in the darkest moments, So, when we look at the world, and now, of course, with science and technology it's advancing so strongly, we can see into the microscopic world, right? And when you look at those different items there, you can see they're taken. The top one is the human HeLa cell undergoing cell division. So, amazing. It's such a microscopic thing. We can take some kind of micrograph of it, probably through a scanning electron microscope. And then the at the bottom one, the front foot of a male diving beetle. So there you go. Wow, isn't that complex? Why would the front foot of a diving beetle be so complex? There must be a reason for it, but you can just see the intricacy and the of God's plans, and nothing, even a diving beetle, is neglected in terms of its design and beauty. So there's so much for us to explore, as we go further into the microscopic world, into, of course, the world around us, on our size level, and also into the universe itself, right? Which is pretty amazing because, now this is really something which is unfolding day by day, is the understanding of the incredible immensity of the universe itself. The size is, hard to even get our minds around. And so they're discovering more and more of the nature of the universe and what is out there, what God created. So these are some of the the amazing photos they take with their all kinds of telescopes, and they're getting to understand more and more about God, actually, as they work through dark matter and black holes and all kinds of amazing things God has created. So these are little spots there. These are actually galaxies. So this is one tiny little part of space that they've been able to penetrate more, take photographs of, and that is these are all galaxies. Just like the Milky Way is a galaxy, so massive, and there's so many of them. So this is such a place to explore, isn't it? Wow! And then we have so much ahead of us that we can explore this incredible universe, which I'm sure God has made for us to explore and to understand. So I'd like now to play the song "Paint with All the Colors of the Wind," song by Stephen Schwartz and sung by Tori Kelly. Yeah, go on. Go on.
Yeah.
Do I stop sharing?
Yes, please.
Okay, stop sharing. I'll share a bit afterwards so that I can just
Sure.
close as well. Yeah.
This is the song that I found, Colors of the Wind.
You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Sorry about that. That's the end of that.
Okay. So anyway, I'm sure you've all heard that song perhaps many times before. Okay, I'll just share again. Hopefully come back to pretty well. Okay. So yeah, so that's a beautiful song, and I think it sort of captures in a way this feeling of interrelating with nature in more of a heavenly original way. And this is what I think Mother is feeling. Certainly, Father felt that, as we read from his autobiography. So it's our destiny as well. And I think as blessed families and people who understand principle, and we also need to come into that same kind of realm, and we need to be able to. It's a place of great joy, I believe, and a place of great fulfillment, something which is so heavenly, you know. So, okay, just a little bit more. Yeah. So in this beautiful world and in the immense and limitless universe where we live, we have something wonderful, something amazing to be discovered and experienced right now, every day, to become the people that Heavenly Parent destined us to be, to experience the world as Heavenly Parent designed and wanted it to be filled with wonder and joy at the creation which is made in symbol as our counterpart, as a friend of innocent natural beauty that we can relate to in myriads of ways. Nature is so awe-inspiring when we discover Heavenly Parent's love and our purpose in life. It is a gift of immense beauty from a perfect parent of sacrifice and true love. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Reverend Stone, for sharing that. And as always, I like to share another praise song so that we can think and reflect more about your words before we share together. So I'll just bring that up. And okay, so let's listen.
이 시간 저희들 정말 한 마음으로 하늘을 위로하고 어머님을 위로한다는 마음으로 함께 찬양하시겠습니다.
고마워한 이 세상 소망 하나 없는데 우리 약함을 동정하느니 포기치 않으시네. 어둠은 갈라지고 빛과 나타나지네. 우리 생명 되신 부모님 소망을 이루셨네.
모든 찬양과 모든 영광을 받기 합당하신 분, 그 큰 사랑 앞에 모든이 꿇어 경배드리리. 온 하늘과 숨쉬는 모든 생명들아 소리쳐 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해. 이 시간 저희들의 마음을 모아서 참 어머님을 위로해 드립시다. 사랑은 무너지고 소망이 임했네. 어떤 벽도 부모님 사랑 막아내지 못하네. 그 크신 은혜 앞에 우리들은 살아나. 영원히 부모님 집에서 우리 찬양하겠네. 다 같이 마음 모아 모든 찬양과 모든 영광을 받기 합당하신 분, 그 큰 사랑 소리쳐 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해. 있지만 어머님께서는 말씀하셨습니다. 걱정하지 마. 하늘은 너희의 정성을 알고 있다고 하셨습니다. 어머님께서는 너희의 정성을 알고 있다고 하셨습니다. 그러니 지금 이 시간 저희들이 하나님을 드리는 이 정성은 하늘이 알고 있고 어머님께서는 알고 있습니다. 그렇기에 진정으로 이 시간
모든 찬양과 모든 영광을 받기 합당하신 분 그 큰 사랑 앞에 모든이 그런 경배 드리니 하늘과 숨쉬는 모든 생명들아 소리쳐 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해 하늘과 숨쉬는 모든 생명들아 소리쳐 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해 하늘과 숨쉬는 모든 생명들아 소리쳐 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해 아름답고 위대하신 분 부모님을 찬양해
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Reverend Stone, for sharing this morning message with us, really to understand the beauty of the creation around us, and how you highlighted that Mother really loves the creation, really loves the flowers, and how you talked about the daffodil breaking the snow. Yeah, I'm sure in the frozen parts of Australia, where there are a few, there are probably daffodils that break through as spring emerges. But I think the rest of Australia is very hot and dry, but there's still so many beautiful colours. And beauty within creation around us. Every different environment is beautiful to see. I mean, even the dry desert in Australia is teeming with life and colour. More than we realise when we go and appreciate, the red earth. As the poem or song says, I love a sunburnt country, and it's true. It's burnt in many places, and we have constant fires every year, but still, the colour shines through. I was always amazed by trees in Australia, how they seem to get a new skin every year. They're in other countries where the trees or the oaks stand there and the skin just stays the same and just gets more deeper crevices and markings, but many of the trees in Australia, they just seem to, like the daffodil for spring, they break through, and you'll see all of the bark fall off the trees, and you'll get the beautiful grey and white snow gums shining and standing very sort of clean and fresh. I always found that amazing with many of the trees in Australia, how they would be sort of revitalized by even the harsh conditions and the fires that go through, but they would always emerge, bright and clean and like a new beginning. And I think that's the sense of the daffodil, breaking through the snow, and the spring coming, and the new beginning, and how it's the first to show the way, and how I really appreciate how you mentioned how Mother sees herself in the same way as the only begotten daughter, our Holy Mother Han, and she's broken through the intense sadness of the world brought about by the fall to show the real spring of what humanity can be like. We can harmonize, we can really the colors of humanity, just like the flowers. Every person is a different color. I mean, it doesn't matter what race you are from. Every person has a unique face and a unique skin tone, and so we represent maybe even more colors than all of creation. And as we are the pinnacle of God's creation, to be His children, and so not only the colours externally from the different races, but also the colours of our heart. Just as that imagery of the colours of the wind, how can wind have colour when you can't see it? But it's not the seeing that brings beauty. But as we know, it's the depth of heart and the love that we have and share with each other. It really is the beauty of heaven expressed. So it's a very lovely presentation this morning, and made me think and feel many ways in which God loves us. He knows every hair on our head, and 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 as we know, there are so many features that God put in us. You showed that front foot of the diving beetle. That's quite amazing detail that God puts in every part of creation, and everything is beauty and joy. And when we look at the intricate details of the universe, then yes, it's so vast, but at the same time, we can see the beauty from afar. We can see it close up, we can see it from afar, and we can see it externally and internally. So God never left anything out, focused and put great detail in every aspect. So we really need to protect it, as Mother said. Otherwise, this beauty will disappear. So we need to make sure it survives through all the hardship and comes out fresh and clean. So thank you, Reverend Stone, for sharing, and open it up to anyone else who'd like to make a comment. Please do.
No breakup?
Today it's Saturday.
Oh.
You're welcome to share.
It was good to see pictures, images of the of way above. Although I came in late, must have been really good. Thank you, Greg. That's all. Thanks.
That's all. Thanks, Nat.
Yeah, I'm at the moment in a country town called Parkes, and there's a famous radio telescope here. It's called The Dish, and there was a movie made about 20 years ago, and it was part of the network that gave us the moon landing, Armstrong landing on the moon. So if you go there, it's just amazing what they've discovered, and in the universe now and this radio telescope is still going strong. They've adapted it, they've modified it, they've improved it. So if anyone gets a chance, I really recommend you go and have a look at that. It's really worthwhile.
Yeah, thanks.
We live close to an observatory here too in Auckland, just a few minutes away. Telescope. I should go and have a look. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, Ross was born in Parks. Great. He can come over here. Wow.
Yeah, still have a bit of time for anyone else wants to make a comment.
Maybe Keitha was going to say something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hello, Keitha. You want to share?
I was hesitating, it's, as usual. But thank you, Greg, for it's not a mother emphasizes this relationship with nature a lot, and as always, behind her words, she says one sentence, but it's up to us to kind of really go and question and ask and find out what what she wants to actually say. Yeah. And the nature for me is very close to my heart. In my pre-church years, it was like my safe place where I was at that point probably agnostic, although I had a relationship with Jesus. Being in the nature, it always confirmed to me, oh yeah, there is something that just really resonated with my soul, and still does. And every time I go into the nature, I get a message. I learn something, that watch something, see something. And something is learn something from the nature. Yeah. And so these days I take a journal with me and write them down. And often my reflections are, and my wish is that we, as in our community life, that we there's a little bit more emphasis on being in the nature, especially for the young people. Yeah. And because they are so open. They are very easily. Daughter from Australia, Josh sends them from Australia. So many of them are her of like hugging a tree or just relishing, just being in the nature. You can really see that her whole spirit is just very free and immersed and feeling, the love of nature and the love of God. Yeah. And I think that would be those experiences, we give opportunities for our families, for our children, grandchildren, to be in the nature, because nature has such a healing quality, and a quality where you actually feel God's spirit. Yeah. Many times it's been very comforting for me to go to the nature, and God speaks to me through the nature many times. So just putting that out there. Yeah. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very calming. It's true nature, and I think just that while you're talking, it occurred to me maybe that's why we have so much adolescent problems in the cities, because they don't get a chance to express themselves in nature, or to find that inner peace. They just, a building is not the same as a tree, that's for sure.
Yeah, Father really emphasized decentralization. He found that cities were a source of pollution and damage to the human spirit, and so he he said you need to go out into nature. You need to look at the wind rustling the leaves and the grass. You need to see, because God speaks as Keith was saying, God speaks to us through nature. And we have a little black cat. You sometimes see the black cat in our Hunter, but she is so just natural. There's no pretension. It's just God. God created that cat, so God is speaking to us through that cat. And the beauty of the cat. Everything about it is just there, and there's no pretense. It's just amazing. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, that's very true. Thank you, everyone. I suppose we're near that time. If there's no one else that wants to add a comment, yeah, no, we can just go into our unison prayer. So I'll just bring that up. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's pray together. Thank you. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Reverend Stone, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day, and see you all again tomorrow. So thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.